Hi, my name is Taku Hirato, a product marketing engineer of Aglient Technologies. In this video, I'm going to highlight the enhanced performance of the Aglient ENA Series Network Analyzer compared to the legacy 8753. As a successor of the 8753, the ENA Series is the industry standard RF network analyzer, delivering new standards in accuracy and speed for network analysis at an affordable price. Now I'll show the difference between two instruments. Let's take a look at three key performance of the vector network analyzer. Trace noise, measurement speed, and dynamic range are the most important performance needed for any applications of network analysis. Let's compare three parameters of the legacy 8753 and the ENA series. First, I'll show you the difference of the trace noise between the two instruments, 8753ES and E5072A ENA series. Trace noise is one of the most important performance of the network analyzer when you are measuring in-band performance of your devices accurately. I hook a cable between the test port 1 and port 2 of the analyzer and perform transmission measurement S21. Then we do response through cal, which is normalization for S21 measurement. This is a simple setup and also an easy way to compare trace noise performance. Here's the trace noise result of both instruments. When you set the same IF bandwidth, you can clearly see the ENA has better performance of the trace noise. You can improve test quality, especially when you are measuring low-loss devices such as connectors, cables, or passband of filters. When you have lower trace noise with the analyzer, that means you can see small signals. Or you can set the wider IF bandwidth for faster measurements. Wider IF bandwidth corresponds to the faster sweep speeds, so you can increase the measurement throughput by using the analyzer with better trace noise. This reduces the cost of tests in high-volume production lines. The next benchmark is showing the speed comparison of S21 measurements. The standard deviation of each trace is about 1.2 mdB by both instruments. While it takes about 4 seconds with the 8753, you can complete the same sweep within 20 milliseconds with the E5072A. This is an improvement in speed by more than 90%. You can improve test throughput with the super fast sweep of the ENA series. Another key parameter is dynamic range. The dynamic range of the analyzer is important, especially when measuring filters that need simultaneous characterization of the pass band at the high power level and the stop band at the very low power level. Let's do the filter measurement and compare the result. The dynamic range of the 8753ES is 110 dB, while the ENA has a range of 130 dB. The IF bandwidth is set to the minimum 10 Hz to reduce the noise level. The noise floor contributes to measurement errors significantly with a very low signal level at the filter stop band. In addition to the ENA's super wide dynamic range, the E5072A has a configurable test set that can extend the dynamic range even further. You can set up an alternative test configuration by changing RF jumper cables on the front panel. The DUT's output signal goes straight to the receiver, bypassing the coupling factor of internal bridge. By eliminating the loss of coupling factor, the E5072A's dynamic range is wider than any other RF network analyzers available in the market today. Here we compare measurement results of a high rejection filter. The E5072A has more than 150 dB dynamic range to monitor the DUT's out-of-band performance. You can't see that with 8753. Also, this wider dynamic range means that you have a choice to improve cycle time by selecting wider IF bandwidth. Here we compare the results with the same measurement choices. With the E5072A, you can select wider IF bandwidth of 100 kHz. If I increase the dynamic range by 10 dB, then I can select the 10 times wider IF bandwidth. This allows a measurement 10 times faster. This extremely fast speed is a tremendous advantage with the E5072A if we are doing time-consuming filter tuning at the stop band performance of your DUT. I have shown you a comparison of three basic performance of the 8753ES and ENA Series Network Analyzer. Aglient's latest generation ENA Series is your ideal solution if we want to be more productive and maximize throughput at an affordable cost. For more information about the ENA Series Network Analyzer, visit our website. Thank you for watching.